Yeah, you can either come up here to ask him a question, or you can say it from where you are, and I'll repeat it so you can hear it a little better. But we're going to get started. So we've got Kim Hill, who's in Italy right now, and then we've got this group, lovely group from our women's national team tryouts here in Colorado Springs. So Kim went through our tryout process a couple years ago, and now she's on our national team. So Kim, why don't you give everybody just a little gist of your experience?
Okay, well, yeah, I came to this tryout kind of on a whim, as Sam probably knows. It was like the night before, and I was with my friend, and we just decided last minute to come. Um, and ended up talking to Karch and getting a tryout for the U.S. national team, and ended up staying there and making the team and making some rosters and everything. And now I'm on the team during the summer, and then the rest of the years, you guys probably know, we play overseas. So last year I played in Poland, and this year I'm in Italy. So it's been a little bit of a crazy whirlwind, but that's kind of how it started. I played at Pepperdine with Samantha also for 4 years, and then a fifth year on the beach. So yeah, that's kind of basically my story.
Okay. And then you want to talk a little bit about the national team and the World Championships last year?
Yeah, sure. So maybe you've seen it on, like, I don't know, the USA Volleyball Instagram or something. But we won this last September or October, I guess. The women's national team won World Championships, which is the first major competition that they've ever won. There's three of them, so what are they? They're World Championships, World Cup, and the Olympics. So out of whatever 60, however many years this program has been going on, we finally won a gold medal, which was a huge deal. And yeah, it was a really crazy and awesome experience, and a huge thing for not just the team, but for women's volleyball in America as a whole, because you guys know after college there's not very many opportunities to keep playing. So yeah, that was pretty awesome.
And she's being modest. She was named MVP, so kind of very cool that you came from graduating kind of on a whim, coming to the tryout, being picked, and then going to the World Championship and being named an MVP. So what can you kind of say to their experience at the tryout, like tips, or what should they try to take away from it? Because you guys are here for a weekend, you got to really embrace what you're going through. This is pretty special.
Exactly. You never know what's going to come out of this. Even if you're here because your college coach made you come or whatever it is, take advantage and go hard at every drill and be open to learning. I think is one of the biggest things, at least for me, is if there's coaches around giving you tips and maybe it's something different than you've ever done before, try it. And if they move you to a different position, try it. And just be open to learning and try to soak in the entire experience. And maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. Like, this is my spring break or my free weekend. Like, enjoy the amazing coaches that are around you and the entire experience of like playing with new players. And you never know what will come of it. And if it's just this weekend, if it ends after this, then maybe you can get better just in these couple of days. But I don't know, take advantage, because I thought nothing would come of it, and something did. And even if nothing had after that, I was so happy I went, because I had a great time.
Does anybody have questions? Really? All right. What is your training schedule?
With the national team or overseas? Sorry. Okay. With the national team, we are usually on May through September-ish in Anaheim, and we usually have practice every day from 8 to 11:30 noon-ish in the morning, a team practice, and then we'll have a lunch break. And in the afternoon, depending on the day, have either weights or individual training or video or a combination of some. So we're usually in the gym from, people get there anywhere from 7 a.m. onward till 8, and we start till about depending on the person and the day, maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's like a full-time job kind of, but it's awesome.
What do you do in your free time?
Oh my gosh. Well, when I'm at home in the U.S., seeing friends every chance I possibly can and eating as much food as I possibly can, going out to eat at my favorite restaurants, going to the beach whenever you can, and being outdoors because when you're overseas, I mean, it's always winter depending on where you play, but like in like Poland and stuff, it was freaking cold all the time. So when you're overseas, you're indoors all the time and you're by yourself a lot. You live in an apartment alone and your teammates sometimes don't speak English. So overseas free time is finding fun things to do, hobbies that make you happy. I mean, a lot of it's, to be honest, watching a lot of TV, which I hate to admit, or learning to cook. I'm trying to try new recipes and I don't know, whatever keeps things exciting. I actually bought a little like electric piano keyboard to learn to play the piano. So you find ways to keep yourself busy and entertained.
What are your goals for the rest of your playing career?
Oh, what a great question. My goal is to make the 2016 Olympic roster right now in Rio, and that's the main thing that's in front of me, pushing me. And after that, I have no idea. If I don't make that one, maybe I'll try for the next one. I don't know. It's hard. I'm more of a short-term person, so even thinking that far ahead is difficult for me. But that's what I'm hoping for now, and we'll see if that happens or I don't know what happens on the way. Who knows? Bless you.
Anybody else? What are the coaches like? What is the coaching like compared with your international teams than here in the U.S.?
Another great question. It depends on your country, but like in Italy, for example, it's an emotional culture, so a lot of coaching is done based on emotions, and when you're doing bad, you're doing terrible, and when you're doing good, you're doing amazing. And so, whereas at least with our national team, everything is very like even keel, like all about just learning, getting better, and I don't know. It's very different. It's like in the national team, it's very team focused, and a lot of psychology is involved and that kind of thing. But overseas, it's, I mean, in some ways, you're a product overseas, and you're getting traded and bargained. You know, people bargaining for you, and if you're not performing, you know, you can you can get fired. I mean, not people don't that often, but it's a very different culture. And yeah, coaching-wise, it can be difficult because it's a different coach than what you're used to, and so you're maybe going to this other international team for 6 or 7 months, and they're changing how you do things, like changing how you pass or trying to change different things, but then you go back home and it's back to what you're used to. So it's a lot. You learn a lot overseas playing, learning to let some things go in one ear and out the other, and learning what is good things to take in and learn from, and other things you just have to let go. So it's fun. It's a lot of personal growth, definitely overseas. Sorry, can you? Oh, it depends on what country for sure. But there's a lot of great competition, and it's really fun because certain leagues are really, really strong. Like Turkey is like really strong, and all the best players go, and Italy's strong, and Poland are strong also. And so you're playing from some of the top players from all different countries, and it's really fun. There's these two leagues that I've been in, the only two I've played in, but they're very competitive leagues, and the top 5 or 6 teams at least are all very strong, and so every week you have to bring your A game. There aren't very many easy matches really, and and they go by points also, these leagues. So if however much you win, but you get a certain amount of points. So every win, every 3-0 win is important. So it's always pushing you, which is fun.
Kim, I have one for you. What's it like when you see another American, whether you're playing them or if you're just out in town? Do you get excited when you see other people?
For sure. I met a girl the other day in a coffee shop because my town in Italy isn't that big, and so I have another American on my team, Alex Kleinman. But I was out getting a coffee one time, and this girl heard me order and was like, "Sorry, are you American?" And she's like, randomly like is a trumpeter, I don't know if that's how you say it, and is studying here, and I was like one of the only other Americans I've ever seen in this, and I was like, oh my gosh, let's be friends, and we exchanged numbers, and it's like opportunities to speak quickly and use slang and stuff are like so fun because you never get to on a daily basis. It's very basic English. Like I'm like, I can go here, and it's so funny.
Yeah. Are you trying to?
I'm trying. It's going so. I take lessons. Alex and I take lessons from this cute little nun woman who's like the sweetest ever. So we go every couple of weeks, and I know most of the volleyball terms, and I can kind of make my way around that. It's fine, but outside of that, and it's not great. I can understand a decent amount, but speaking is not so good. So, and I'm mad at myself. I should be better at it, especially because it's an easy language. But oh well.
Did you come in knowing a lot of the volleyball terms, or did you have to like get yelled at?
No. Yeah, I knew nothing. Coming in, I didn't know any Italian whatsoever. Thankfully, my coach speaks a decent amount of English to where we can get by, and I have Alex on my team also. So people were really patient with me and were like slowly teaching me, and it wasn't a big deal at all. And during timeouts, the coach says something really fast in Italian, and then someone has to translate for me, which is hilarious. And I'm like looking at them like, was that for me or whatever? But you'll get used to it wherever you are. Like in Poland last year, I didn't learn like pretty much anything in Polish because it's like the hardest language in the world. So I make do. And most of the people on my team last year spoke English, thankfully, but you adjust, and if they know you don't speak it, they'll figure it out.
Do you have a favorite phrase to say in Italian?
Maybe not a phrase, but one of my favorite words is schifo, which is like disgusting. I don't know why. I think it's so funny. So it's like someone will set a really like chowder, terrible ball and be like, oh, schifo. And I'm like, yeah, I like that one.
So, how did you get on the team?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Can you get closer, or maybe she say it?
How did you get on the team? Do you have an agent?
Yes, I have an agent. Thankfully, a girls on the national team connected me with an agent who set up deals for me. But one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give to you guys if you're thinking of playing overseas is don't sign with an agent too early. Don't sign with an agent until they bring you a contract, which is maybe way too far off for some of your minds right now. But that was the first thing someone told me, and it's great advice, because if you sign with a person before you have a team, you're stuck with whatever they can bring you. And if they're not bringing what you want, then you're stuck. But for me, I said I wanted to work with my agent, Marco, and he brought me whatever offers or whatever, but I was not permanently attached to him until I signed a contract or whatever. So keep your options open. Don't feel inclined to sign anything until the time comes and you know it's what you want to do.
Charlie asked if you had a tryout advice for anybody coming here for the first time.
I would say just enjoy it and stay open to to whatever they're telling you to do and trying new things, and just enjoy it, and don't feel too much pressure to perform or too much pressure to do this or that, or I don't know, don't be too nervous. Like, just enjoy, just play volleyball, and whatever happens will happen, and we'll come together, and don't think too hard on it or anything. And yeah, enjoy it.
Buddy, we're gonna cut her loose. She's like 8 hours ahead of us. All right. Thank you, Kim.
No problem. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.